Hey guys, welcome to another video, well, a video, like my first actual video that isn't a live stream. So in this video, it'll be top 5 beginner tips for new players in Apex Legends. So, basically, we're going to go over 5 easy tips to instantly get better at this game, if you're really struggling. If you're advanced in this game, and like, you're actually pretty good, and you've played the game for quite a while, then you're not going to find anything out of this. I'm sorry, but you won't really find anything out of this. Anyway, let's get straight into it with number 5. Play the right character for you. So there's 11 characters, yeah? Crypto, Wattson, Octane, Wraith, Bangalore, Caustic, Mirage, Pathfinder, Lifeline, Gibraltar, and Bloodhound. Bloodhound and Crypto are both trackers. Mirage, Wraith, Octane, and Bangalore are all offense characters. Wattson, Caustic, and Gibraltar are defense. Lifeline and Pathfinder are both support characters. So, depending on your playstyle, what character you might want to play. Gibraltar has a shield, Lifeline has a healing drone, Pathfinder has grapples and ziplines, Mirage sends out a decoy, Caustic has gas traps, Bangalore sends out smoke, Wraith goes into a different dimension and doesn't take damage while in that phase. Octane just makes himself speedier. Wattson has fences, like static fences that people can't go through, and Crypto has a drone. So depending on what your playstyle is, depends on what character you might want to play. For me, I play Wraith. So Wraith, phase, you can't take damage in this, but you also can't see enemies or like surrounding guns or anything. And she also has a portal which will, send your teammates along through it. Here, I'll show you right now. As you can see, put a portal down, you can travel through it and you can't get shot while doing that. Anyway, number 4. We have get the right sensitivity for you. Okay, so if you go into settings, PC, PS4, Xbox, doesn't matter. Look sensitivity. Now I usually play on 3 for both of these. You can go into per optic settings and all that. Get really detailed with it. You can change your sensitivity per like scope. So if you just leave these on default, I find default pretty good. Default seems like the right one for me. But if you really want to get into it, you can change your yaw speed, the pitch speed and all that. Anyway, just keep doing this. I'll show you in a sec. You start at the lowest sensitivity. And you just keep shooting until it feels right. Until you just keep doing this over and over until it just feels right to do it. Keep doing that. If you really want to get advanced, just go into the advanced look controls and change it by a little tiny bit each time. Anyway, that's tip number 4. So, tip number 3 is stay with your teammates, okay? Now, if you're new to the game, you gotta stick with your teammates, dude. Like, it's so much easier for the enemy team to kill just one of you than it is for them to kill 3 of you. And it's so much harder for you to kill 3 of them than it is for 3 of you to kill 3 of them. So if you really want to win, stick with your team. Like if you push just one person, you gotta do 600 damage to the enemy team max. Whereas they only have to do 200 damage to you. Just 66 damage each from each one of them. Which, by the way, is one shot from a wingman in the head. You could be dead in a matter of milliseconds. Whereas if you're with a team, each one of them has to kill one of you. So sticking with your team would make the fights a lot easier. So make sure to stick with your team. Because you'll definitely win a lot more gunfights than if you're just running by yourself. Now you don't need to be right next to it, yeah? You don't have to be like, say this is your teammate, you don't have to be like running right behind them. Run near them. And if they get in a fight, make sure to shoot at that same person that they are. That'll just kill that other person so much faster. 9 times out of 10 you'd kill that one guy if 2 of you are shooting at him. No matter like how new you are to the game. If you're just doing this, not even aiming, and you hit a couple shots on him, that just, it makes the fight so much easier. Anyway, number 2, play the right guns. You can't be playing the triple take with a charge rifle. That's not That's not, no, that's not going to go well because it's two snipers. What I usually like to do is, I usually like to get the medium range gun, like a flatline, let's say. And then an R99, like short range guns. This is what I usually like to use. Some people like to use a long range gun, like a sniper, and then a short range gun. Well, I can't believe I missed that shot, but anyway, that's what some people use. And it is pretty good. Anyway, find out what guns are best for you, really. Just stay away from the Mozambique, the Alternator, P2020, RE45. P2020 can be alright if you have the hop up. Stay away from the... If you're not good at aiming, stay away from the Wingman. Stay away from the Spitfire. Don't touch the Prowler. Longbow's alright. Hemlock, Hemlock's not that good. Havoc is... Havoc can be alright. Devotion, meh, just don't touch them. Charge Rifle's really good as a sniper. No skill required. Literally no aiming skill required, dude. It's just a straight laser beam of death. And if you find one of these weapons, pick it up. Unless it's that. Don't pick that up. But Mastiff, definitely. And Kraber, why not, dude? These things are pretty rare. Might as well pick it up. What if you hit the coolest shot ever? Anyway, moving on to number one is practice. Definitely, 100% practice. At least 10 minutes a day in the firing range. You just sit over here, get your wingman. This is the first thing I like to do. Get the wingman. Get a 1x 94. So you get the wingman, you go until you can hit 3 headshots. 3 headshots in a row on every single training dummy. Then you move on to the next one. Anyway, you get 3 headshots in a row every dummy. Okay, now once you've done that, you can also try this. Jump slide. If you really want to challenge yourself, hit 3 headshots in a row like that. But that's pretty hard, in my opinion. Now the second thing is, get the R99. That's not the R99. We get the R99. And try and laser these things from different ranges. Trust me, 10 minutes a day and you'll get so much better with it. And now the very last thing, you gotta get the PK, the Peacekeeper, sorry. And then you just gotta go... Then you just gotta go like that, and just keep sliding around, like until you're comfortable with shooting the dummies with the Peacekeeper. Now you don't have to do sliding around and all that. That's just to make it even harder, just so that you're better with like knowing the gun and knowing your sensitivity. Anyway, so yeah, tip number 1, most important, practice 10 minutes a day in the firing range just before you get started. Just warm up and you'll get better, trust me. This isn't instant, you won't immediately see results. Jeez, that lag. You won't immediately see results, but trust me, in the end you will get so much better. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, you know, it's free, easy. And it really helps me out a lot, trying to get 200 subs. Anyway guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.